But the question I want to ask, because you went to school, there's a lot of people who watch this are, I would say, from 15, 16, 15 to 25, I would say.
Yeah.
So they're in that transition, whether they're in high school or they're just out of high school. They might be working, they might have a job, but they have a dream or a passion to pursue, or that they want to pursue. Would you suggest in this day and age or in this climate, for art or for videography, for photography, would you advise a youth to go to school? Because what I'm more hearing from your school experience, it may not have been what was in the classroom, but more the people that you met, right? They always say it's who you know, not what you know. And I think that's what kind of pushed, I mean, I don't know, but from what I'm hearing, it's pushing you or propelling you to what you wanted to do, getting you closer. You know, you did a wedding, maybe you didn't want to do a wedding, but because somebody seen you shooting for, the school, it was like, it was that pedestal to put you to where you wanted or where you needed to be. So would you advise the youth to go to school for art per se, or videography or photography?
Um, I I would I don't know. I mean, from my experience, I mean, I would advise it because there's a lot of things that I learned in the classroom, you know, and gaining that, I guess, almost like hands-on experience, learning from an instructor who's probably been doing it for many years. Like I said, my photography teacher, he was still shooting professionally while he was teaching that class. That's the reason why he was teaching at night. And the crazy thing with him is like he would go out and do jobs and then he'd come to class to teach that evening and he'd tell us what he was working on. And like one of the big things that he was telling us, like, or that he shared with us while I was a student, is he was shooting. This is the time when Magic Johnson signed to be, I think it was a part owner of the LA Dodgers. So he shot Magic Johnson's photos at Dodger Stadium. So he came in that evening and then he showed us like some of the images that they took together. And one of the like, I still remember this one. It was really funny. He said they had a good time, they had a good shoot, but one of the photos that he took was they were in the dugout and they were both facing each other and they were like yelling at each other. It was just a funny image, but I think like being in a classroom, getting like feedback, criticism, positive things from your classmate, that really helps. It kind of helps with growth because you need that feedback when you're doing any type of work, and also getting that from your instructor. And then also you get to see where you're at with your peers. What level of work you're doing. Is it polished?
Yeah.
Do you need to
That's
expand? And also you bounce ideas off one another as well. That's really good. So, but the hard thing that I struggle with is like education is important for that purpose, to meet people, to broaden your horizons, to meet people from different walks of life. But the part that's hard with anybody is the cost of education. The cost of
Yep.
education is, crazy here. And a lot of people end up paying like student debt for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? That's the part that I struggle with. I mean,